this year has been. And Mike McCarthy seems surprised by the lack of reaction from his team. So, Acho, do you have a problem with Cowboys players not sticking up for Andy? Andy, remember? Friends to the end?
Bro.
This is the end, friend.
I don't even have words. That play ran me so hot. I use a figure, but I don't even know if y'all know what that means. Ran me hot. It frustrated me.
Okay.
That play made me sick. Marcellus, you don't have to have talent to have heart.
Oh.
You do not have to have talent to have heart. Cowboys offense. Receivers, y'all talented. Everybody else, some are questioning your talent. That's fine. I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to question is your heart.
Ooh.
Your quarterback, Marcellus, we all know this. The quarterback is typically the weakest player on the team outside of specialty because they don't need to be strong.
Okay.
They don't need to be physically imposing.
Right.
They're going to be your leader emotionally. They're going to be your leader mentally, but physically, they can't fend for themselves. So fend for them. That's rule number one. It's rule number two. It's rule number three of football is defend, protect your quarterback. Marcellus, I equate this to walking down the street with one of my elderly parents or an elderly loved one of mine and somebody pushing them on the ground and me not doing nothing. Like, that's what I equate that to.
Really?
The Washington Redskins, Marcellus, they walked into the Cowboys' house, they opened up their fridge, they ate their food, and they left. And the Cowboys players just sat there and twiddled their thumbs like this. It's sick. I was sick. I was sick. That's it.
You know what? I hate to be on the other side of this because I know where you're coming from, and I hate that.
Don't do this
that
to
I got to start to beat up where you ended up going.
Don't do this to me.
I love where you came from, but I hated where you ended up going. You one of them cats that like symbolism, huh? You one of them cats that like, yo, if you're really down for me, big dog, you got my back, right? So then I got to be the friend that's obligated to fight for you just to show you I care for you. You actually measure heart by if I have your back, which I'm not that type of person. I always tell all my friends, and I've been saying this since I was a little kid, and they always thought it was weird. They still do today. I said, dog, don't have my back. Have my front. Make sure I can avoid situations. I don't need you to all of a sudden apply some little crippled mindset and culture that says, oh, if they get at you, big dog, we're going to get back at them. And I'm like, wait a minute. So that means they're going to get back at us again. And you didn't avoid the first time. If we go out there and scrap for Andy Dalton, is that going to make Andy Dalton slide sooner next time? If we go out there and scrap for Andy Dalton, is that going to all of a sudden make the Dallas defense play better? Make the offense play better? No. You're a person that, as my coach used to always clown.
What'd he say?
He used to say, look, dog, if you got room for extra, that means you didn't do enough when you were supposed to. If you want to fight for me and I'm your teammate, whoop somebody's ass between the whistles, between the white lines. Extras gets no play in my ride.
No, sir, and no, sir. You coming at me, Marcellus, with all this logic, with all this Columbia, with all this intellectual education. I don't need that.
I don't fight either.
What I need right now is some emotions. Emotions don't always make sense. Straight up and down.
So
emotions don't always make sense. Here's my thing, bro. Because Zeke tried to come out there and say, well, we're so decimated by injuries right now. What if we get kicked out the game? Y'all sorry. Okay, ain't nobody playing in that game really playing meaningful snaps anyway. So at least you could do is something meaningful for your quarterback. But Marcellus, let me give you an example, because 2013, Chris Baker, defensive lineman for the Washington Redskins at the time, now football team. He cheap shots our quarterback, Nick Foles. And I'm going to show you the response of the Eagles. Now, this was, but bang. Oh, I said, oh, my God, I'm on the bench. I'm chilling. I said, oh, Lord, not Nick. But let me show you what happens. You're going to see two dudes run on the field that weren't on the field. Trent Cole, a defensive player, and Riley Cooper. Trent Cole's buckling up his chin strap because he's like, okay, if we gonna scrap, we gonna scrap. Jason Peters, the left tackle for the Eagles, was like, you're not cheap shotting my quarterback. Now, I got up off the bench. I got up off the bench a little bit slower. And you're gonna see me right there highlighted. That's me checking on my dog, Nick. You feel me? I wasn't really throwing no hands, you know. I went to private school. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. I wore a uniform, okay? You know, I like to keep my face pretty. But I'm gonna say it like this, bro. When that happened, we all got up. We all went on to the field.
We all got up.
We all
got up.
Yes.
We all voted.
Because we gotta defend your quarterback. If you can't defend nobody else, you have to stand up for your quarterback.
You know what? Once again, I understand where you're coming from.
I need you to come on my side, Marcellus.
But it's senseless. You even admit it. It makes no sense to fight.
When I admit that. I didn't admit that.
You just said, you said being emotional. Sometimes
it's not logical. That's fair.
I'm listening to see logic. Listen, emotions just go all over the place like you want these players to do. Dog, Me and you, dog, we do something together. But guess what? There are no opponents out here. So, Andy Dalton, you have to know, every time you sign on to go on the field, there's some fine print. Hey, bruh, when you see a linebacker coming, don't try and get another inch. He slid, Sal. He slid.
No, run the tape. Run the tape.
I don't give a damn. How many times you show me the tape?
Run the tape. He
Whatever
slid,
that
bro.
is, a second before that. You know why? You think John Bostic out there trying to say, hey, Andy, how you been? Back up. Oh, my God, this is so good. You
slid. Let me ask you this, bro, because I got to find out what kind of guy you are. Bump the tape. Put us on a 2 shot, because I got to find out what kind of guy he is.
I am a lover, not a fighter. That's who I am.
So me and you, we finished this show. We walking outside the street. We walking down, we walking to that hotel where you said the burgers were at.
Oh, we going to the Waldorf?
Yeah, we going to the Waldorf.
First of all, why are we walking? I'm already sweating up here right now.
We walking to the Waldorf. All of a sudden, I get jumped. Okay, dude's on my neck. You just gonna sit there and look at me. You're not gonna come in.
No, first of all, where's my cell phone?
I don't want your cell phone.
First of all, you said dudes. Me and you?
6'4", 280, 290. I don't need your cell phone right now. I need them hands.
All of me needs to get all home for my family. Acho, I don't know what the hell you did. What if this is some old bitch that I ain't got no part of? And all of a sudden,
I'm ashamed of you right now, Sam. I'm ashamed of you.
I am not a fighter.
Andy Dalton didn't do anything. Bruh, before you step onto the field, the Cowboys, so many teams break the huddle. They wore a different color. They say this. They say 1, 2, 3, we're all we got. 4, 5, 6, we're all we need. If you're stepping onto the field and you know that you were all you got, and you know that you were all you need, you were on a road trip. You were playing in an opponent's house. All you have is a 53, I think now 63 on your squad. If you not gonna have my back, who is?
But hold on.
Who is?
I just think you're miscalculating what having your back is. Like, we can't use other examples because most other examples, you don't walk down the street literally looking at an opponent. Like, when we went to the Waldorf, I didn't know that they were against us until they start whooping your ass. And then I realized we got a problem.
Then
but
jump in.
when you jump on the field, you know the other team is trying to whoop your butt. So therefore, you're in a different disposition. 1. 2, when it's going down, Andy Dalton didn't do any wrong. I said that Andy Dalton should slide earlier because you know that's your protection mechanism. It's not worth the extra inch or extra yard. That said, even if all of that comes true, why in the hell now do I want to prove that I got your back by getting our butts whipped when the game is on the line?
Why?
But then go out there and show I got your back in some meaningless way that I don't have the other 60 minutes of the real football game. I don't need that fake love.
You see this picture?
Yeah.
Can the jib even get tighter? Like, do you see this?
I see
that is your quarterback laying there catching Z's without a pillow, without a blanket. All he has left is a flag to sleep on. And you just gonna sit there, Marcellus, and look at the man formerly known as the Red Rifle. This man catching Z's, and you ain't gonna do nothing about it. If they cheap shotted you, you at least gotta show me to some degree. Please, Marcellus, just you gotta show me that you care.
Now, I'm gonna show you this, like old dog taught me in Minister Society. Hey, Sharif, he dead. He gone. We lost him. Let's move on to something bigger and something more meaningful and something we're supposed to do. We signed on to play football, bro. Drag they butts in the football game. Don't get beat down in the football game, but want to win the sideshow fight and then act like you done something.
So you never, you had to have been in a fight on a football field.
Oh, yeah, training camp, like 2 or 3 times.
So why? So then why? If you were not willing to fight for this, then why were you fighting then?
You know what? I am a learned man. I am a man who has evolved from that ignorance I was caught up in that I never even started. I never jumped. You asked me, did I ever jump in a fight? Hell no. I am Lonzo Ball with the Lakers. Remember when they had a fight? He looked at him like, okay. I am Darren Waller with the Raiders yesterday. Waller looked at them dudes when they was trying to fight Tampa Bay and the Raiders. He was like, what the hell y'all fighting for? I don't care. It doesn't matter. I'm there to win a game and to drag you and beat you down through my pads.
Bruh, I don't need you to start it. I need you to finish it.
You really
You feel me?
Way?
I don't need, it's not, bro, it's code of conduct. Like, even in my household, even in my household growing up, it's me and my older brother got 2 older sisters. It's like my parents, like, hey, son, we don't condone fighting. But if anybody cross your brother, hey, you step to him. Same thing to my brother. Hey, if anybody messes with your brother, all you have is your family. In this life, all you have is your family. The Cowboys, that locker room, that is their family. That is all they have. If you are not going to stand up for your brother, Marcellus, who in God's name is going to stand up for you?
Because let's not act like we're brothers. Y'all blood and this is trade deadline happened yet? We don't know who in the hell is your brother or not on this team.
I can't stand this man. I can't stand this one.
I just don't think it's analogous any other example. You literally are going out there and you're going into combat, and then someone crosses the line, clearly crosses the line. And then all of a sudden, since they crossed the line, we're supposed to be so ignorant to cross the line with him to prove a point across the line, but then have to return back to this form and actually get our butts whipped. If you really got my back, big dog, beat them in success. Don't beat them